Hello everyone, I hope you guys have been doing awesome at home. Alright, but today I'm going to review with you guys how to translate expressions. Alright, so I am going to post the picture that you guys have seen with all the words and their translations. So that'll be most helpful to you, but just to go over some quick examples, I have 4 up here. And if you guys have your skill review number 1 worksheet, this actually kind of goes along with those 4 questions on there. All right, so the first example says the product of a number and 8. So remember, there we have to remember that product tells us to multiply. And if we want the product of a number and 8, that means we simply multiply a number, whatever that number is, times 8. All right, remember when we write that, we normally write it as just 8n. That's showing that 8 and n are being multiplied together. And again, that's what we want because it's asking for the product of those 2 things. All right, next it's asking for the difference of a number and 7, and it's telling us it is 32. All right, so the first thing I notice is difference. All right, if we want the difference of 2 numbers, again, we have to remember that difference tells us to subtract. So if I want the difference of a number and 7, that means I'm subtracting a number and 7. Right? So we can take our number, whatever that number is, and again, difference means to subtract, and that number we're subtracting is 7. So there we have the difference of a number and 7, right? It's just n minus 7. But then lastly, it also tells us that this is 32. Right, guys? If it is 32, that means it is that value. That's what it's equal to. So we put equals 32. All right. The next example says for more than twice a number. Right, guys? So there we have to remember than is that turnaround word. That means we flip the order in which everything's said. So since they ended with twice a number, that's actually what I'm going to start with. And so again, we have to remember that twice means 2 times. So if we have twice a number, that means we want to show 2 times our number. From there, we want for more than that. And again, we should know more means to add because we want more of it. So that means we're adding 4. Right, so again, to recap on that one, because than was one of our key words, we have to remember than tells us to flip it. So we started at the end of our statement with twice a number. Again, because that word than, we're starting with the end. We wrote twice a number first, 2 times n. Then we added 4 because we wanted 4 more. All right, and lastly, we have 5 times the sum of a number and 12. All right, so this is when we have to remember to use parentheses because we want 5 times that sum of a number and 12. Right? It's saying we want 5 times all of that quantity. So first, the sum of a number and 12, we should know sum means to add. So we have n plus 12 here. But again, we want 5 times that amount. So again, this is when we use the parentheses to show we want 5 to be multiplied to each of those numbers. All right, you guys, I hoped this helped. I will be putting some more videos up soon. But again, this is reviewing translating expressions and equations. All right, guys, have a great day.